Hello everyone, it's me Varun Nair and I'm the host for the startup show presented by Amplis, and today we are here to yet another explore a story of a founder who started her journey all the way from ground level zero to a place wherein she has more than 200 to 500 plus clients working along with this product. So we recently got in touch in LinkedIn and we discussed about this opportunity to be part of this podcasting show. So she's here with us for a discussion. She has her name is Viktorija, who is the founder of Profitus, and the Profitus is an property-backed investment, and we want to actually get more deep into it because she's the best person to explain about what is Profitus, how did they start their journey, and she has 10 plus years of experience in startup as well as her main expertise are into working into business development, real estate, and as well as finance. So these are the best forte she has been working, and she's been really experienced into whatever she's working for right now. So I just directly want to dive into the conversation and ask her about the experience at Profitus. And first of all, thank you, Victoria, for coming in the show. I really appreciate your time. I'm sorry about the delays, which caused a few minutes back. And finally, we are here in this podcasting show. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the invitation.
So my first question is very simple. So what is Profitus and how does it help and why it is really important in this current scenario?
Yeah, Profitus is a real estate crowdfunding platform. And what does it mean? It means that it's like a mediator between real estate developers and from one side, and from another side, people who want to invest small amount money into real estate development projects. So through our platform now into real estate can invest not only rich people, but everyone.
Okay.
So we help with to real estate developers to raise money for their real estate projects, and from the other hand, investors to invest into real estate.
So how did this idea come from? Like, where did this idea come from? How did you start it off?
How I started? Yeah, I started 10 years ago with real estate. I opened my real estate agency. After that, I sold that company to Remax. After that, we created real estate development company, and now we're in the final step, financing and investing into real estate. So I just saw a lot of people who want to invest small amounts, 100, 10,000 euros into real estate, but they don't have any opportunities. So then I saw the technology, crowdfunding, and yes, Profitus.
It's really amazing because I was just going through the website and I find it like there are a lot of opportunities, bringing all the investors together. So if I ask you a simple example for a person like me to understand, what would be the best example for me to understand how it works? So how would you explain your product in a very layman's term?
Great. So if you are an investor, you come to our platform, you register in a very easy way. Then you can choose different investment opportunities. Of course, it's not a lot at the moment because we have very high risk assessment. So not every project can be published on our platform.
Okay.
We after risk assessment, we take for that project risk rating, like Standard & Poor's and something like that, but it's only ours. Okay. So yeah, and then you choose the project, for example, and you see, I can invest from 100 euros. I can earn, for example, 10% of interest rate, and I invest for 12 months. And you see, oh, very good opportunity in the capital of Lithuania, in the city center, great. And you all the time get first rank mortgage under your investment. So you decide that you invest, for example, 1,000 euros in this project. You put a button, and you invested everything. That's it. And every quarter you are getting interest. And in the end of the loan period, for example, 12 months, you get back your all amount of invested money. Okay. And from the other hand, there are real estate developers. They, for example, developing residential building with 100 apartments. And they need, for example, 3 million euros in 2 years to construct, to build that project. And they need, for example, every month, 300,000 euros. And they come to us and say, we need money, we searching for investors. We are doing their risk assessment, analyzing the project, prices, mortgage, everything. And we, for example, put them into risk rating B. Then we see what the interests are suggested to investors. And after that, we publish that project on our website. And after that, everyone can invest.
Okay. So how many investors are totally right now you have, and how did you get that much investors into this platform right now?
Please, sorry, can you please repeat?
In Profitus, how do you channelize, or what is your customer acquisition strategy, or how do you get the investors into your platform to look for a particular project and get them to invest money on it? So how do you get that investors onboarded?
Of course, we are using digital marketing mostly, and working very, very seriously with our community. We have our community meetings. We work a lot with education. I have a lot of presentation in different conferences. Yeah, it's content marketing mostly, and of course, our platform is supervised by the Bank of Lithuania, by our central bank. We are licensed, so it's safe to invest through our platform, because in Lithuania there's only 3 licensed platforms. So yeah, but our user acquisition is mostly from investor side, is digital marketing and community.
Okay, so how is the experience working with the digital marketing agencies, or what are the challenges do you face when you work with them?
I have a great team in the marketing, but we have a partner digital agency. To be honest, I was on a lunch with the owner of that company today. Yeah. So they are helping us to analyze the costs. They help us with the Facebook, with the LinkedIn, buying ads on Google. Yeah, they more like a consultants, and they are managing our marketing budget.
Okay, how do you measure how do you measure the engagement? How do you measure the inbound, or like what actually works for you, or what actually failed while this process?
We're measuring everything. We have more than 63 KPIs different, which we're measuring every day. Because for me it's very important effectiveness of our business and our business. So, for example, from the marketing and digital marketing side, we are counting conversions from our unique users from our platform, from our website, where the percentage is the conversion of unique users. After then, we measuring different channels from where people are coming who are investing, because we have 3 different types: only visitor on our website, second one who registered, and third one who is made KYC, because we need to know our customer, and the last one who is invested. So we count every conversion rate from the beginning. And of course, we are measuring how many cost for us one attracted invested euro through our platform.
Okay, so basically, if you get investors, like what kind of system, like it's between a real estate and an investor, right? So Profitus is right in between in real estate and an investor. So what kind of business strategy you have worked right now that makes investors happy, at the same time real estaters happy?
I don't know how to say. They are, from one side, they are happy that they can raise money for their projects and they can develop their business ideas. And from the other side, investors earn interest rate, which are quite high. For example, in average 10.65% annual interest rate. So they're really happy about that. And of course, our mission is to have only good projects and don't have defaults and return all investors' money to them.
Okay.
And of course, for real estate developers, it's very important to get all that amount which they need.
Okay. So yeah. So I actually wanted to ask you, because why I asked that question is because realtors and investors, and you are in between. So always there will be a problem towards the realtors, or there might be a problems towards the investors, right? Because some might not agree with the realtors and some might not agree with the investors. So it causes a lot of problem when you work in the middle, right? So it's like a big challenge. You are handling both the ends together, and that's a big challenge I would consider. So I wanted to know, how do you handle it? So that's why the question was.
To be honest, it is not very difficult. Of course, we have huge responsibility for our investors' money, and
yes.
That the real estate developer will do everything right, yeah. But we have a technology, so we have a platform which have a lot of process automated. So our most important thing, and for me, I am most responsible for the risk assessment of real estate development project. If I will do good risk assessment, investors will earn money, developer will be happy, and everyone will be happy. Yeah. So it's not the most difficult thing to combine 1,000 investors to one developer. Yeah. But to have that risk assessment of that one developer.
Yes.
To be open and to be to have a good project for our investors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I saw that Profitus was one of the featured startups from the Web Summit. So how was your experience at the Web Summit?
Wow, Web Summit was very huge, and we have the biggest experience. You know, we were invited in the FADO challenge, which was organized by European Investment Bank, and they choose 6 companies to that challenge, and we were one of that 6 companies. Wow. That was very crazy, professional. I had to say a pitch in 40 seconds, and the news was playing around. But about Web Summit, yeah, it's a lot of people, a lot of opportunities, but to be honest, after that, I prefer smaller conferences. Niche conferences. I think in niche conferences, you can have bigger results, nothing so huge, where everybody is, you know, like, yeah, but this is just my own.
No, I understand. I heard like there was a lot of people. I mean, at least 75,000 plus people were there.
Crazy.
I felt that, so I missed it out. But yeah, for sure this year again they are back again with the Web Summit edition. So I think this year also we'll be expecting, we can meet at the Web Summit, and I'm pretty much excited about that as well. So moving on to the next question. So what are the strategies or marketing strategies actually has worked for you the best, and what channels or what kind of sources or what kind of metrics do you use to get your investors and the realtors towards, apart from digital marketing hacks?
For the marketing strategies.
Yes.
So for the first part of clients, our investors, it's a digital marketing. We are trying to do users acquisition through the everywhere online, Facebook, LinkedIn, ads, shops, and everything like that. The other very important thing is our reputation, and content marketing. So this year's strategy, this year, we will be working a lot with the content marketing, with the investors' education. So now we are talking with different financial bloggers from whole Europe. We are planning to attend to some special niche conferences this year. So yeah, content marketing, community creating, and digital marketing. It's the first part. Next, from the developers, they are local. They are working mostly local. So we need to catch them working mostly with the developers community. So yeah, so we here in Lithuania have a network, we have association of real estate developers, so we're working with it. And of course, PR, we do some articles, different articles on the media about financing, alternative financing. Because here in our country is very, very big problem to get financing from the big banks. Here we have only two banks, so there's no competition at all. But so the businesses are thinking that it's very difficult to get financing. So we need to communicate about alternative finance, because crowdfunding, it's innovation. In Lithuania, we have crowdfunding only 1.5 years, a little bit more known. So it's innovation, and I'm happy that they are starting to find out about us, but what we need to talk about us. Yeah.
That's great. And at the same time, also you're working on different thesis projects as well, which is a very good way to learn new things or try out new things. So that was really impressive doing that. So moving on, how many people are working in Profitus right now?
Working, 21.
21, that's
21 real estate experts, financial finance lovers, and IT geeks. Yeah.
Awesome. So that's really wonderful if 21 member people are working towards one goal, and that is success. And I wish you all the best for that as well. So last but not least, the question is, what are the next plans or the next milestones for Profitus for the next 6 months? Are you guys going to plan for expansion from Lithuania to different parts of Europe, or are you guys going to do it step by step? And what are the processes you're going to implement?
I have very clear plan, because I like to plan. So in this year, we have a goal to finance 24 million euros through our platform. Now we have financed 9.3 million euros at the moment. So we want to grow 3 times. In April, we'll launch the new version of our platform. Faster, it will be.
Is it a website or an application you guys are going to implement?
Application we're planning in December. But it's a new website. It will be not a lot of changes what you see, but in insight, in database and analytics and so on and so on. Yeah, and we have a goal for this year, open for new markets. So our strategy of this year are sales and expansion. And now one of our team will be working, our salesman will be working with only cross-border with new foreign markets. So our goal is to have 4 new markets. What does it mean? Does it mean that, for example, in India, we would like to have 1 project from India to finance. So we will check that it's opened 1 new market.
And I think, India is one of the most fastest developing countries in the world. So there are a lot of potential you can play with Profitus in India. So, and I believe, if there is anything I can do, definitely I would be happy to assist you with that. But I'm not really good in real estate, so yeah, I would rather pass it. So anyway, that was really nice conversation having with you. Just one question. How you're going to disrupt, or how you're going to beat the competitors in the market? So are there any competitors for platforms like this, and how you're going to destroy them, or how you're going to collaborate them with them? So what are the strategy for that?
Yes, yes, there are competitors, of course, but I, I like to call them not competitors but colleagues, because
Yeah,
this market is it's very very new, and
yeah,
we all together need to educate people
yeah.
to more alternative money. Of course, my strengths are very very deep real estate know-how and risk assessment algorithm.
Yeah.
So what is from that? It's a default rate.
Uh-huh.
So our default rate is 1.2% of all our portfolio, when competitors have 20%. So our strength is to have only good projects.
Okay.
And of course, we are planning to this year 2 new projects
Okay.
of financing.
Okay.
So I think that also will be disruptive.
So totally, how many projects you have currently for this year?
Now 3.
Three.
Now we have 3, and this year we will open new 2.
Awesome, 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 awesome. That's really great. Thank you so much, Victoria, for being in this part of the show. There were a lot of things we had to discuss, but unfortunately, we have very limited time. But that doesn't stop us here, because we will be having this conversation in the next 2-3 months, or else in the next coming weeks, about what are the financial strategies you would like to share with us over a webinar, so that there will be a lot of live audiences to ask you a lot of questions at the same time. So I'm looking forward for you to be, our speaker for the next webinar activity, which we are going to host. You can talk about the financial strategies, what worked, and how to plan your finance strategy, and how to target your audiences, and everything, whatever comes in your mind, whatever you want to prepare, it's up to you, and it's your platform. So I just wanted to invite you for that webinar as well. So would you be interested to be part of that webinar?
Yes, sure. Why not?
Awesome. That's the only thing I just want to hear at the end. Thank you so much, Vanage. I hope you enjoyed sharing your experience about Profitus. There are a lot of more stories to come in the next 6 to 9 months. You never know, that might be entirely a new story. So thank you for sharing your story with the community. We all loved what you have shared, and we are looking forward for more and more stories, or more giveaways for the audiences out there. I hope you enjoyed.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.